Today I will be talking about Nostradamus and the mysteries about him. Nostradamus was a French astrologer and a physician who was born on December 14th, 1503, and died on July 1st, 1566. He is famous for predicting events in the future before they have happened. From the French Revolution to the 2020 coronavirus, these were just some of the events that he had predicted that would come true. Nostradamus' talent is unknown to be accurate, but he has published a few books during his lifetime telling what is supposed to happen in the future. Some of his books are called Nostradamus and His Prophecies, Prophecies of Nostradamus, and The Complete Works of Nostradamus. Nostradamus wrote his poems in quatrains, and some of them would rhyme in French. Nostradamus mostly wrote his quatrains in 1555, but he also wrote in 1558 and 1568. So most of his predictions, we don't know the exact date that he wrote it, but we do know they were written somewhere during that time. Sometimes Nostradamus would stare endless hours into a bowl of water and oil to see if there was anything he could see in the future. This is called scrying. Or he would pour water into a brass tripod at nighttime to see if he could get any visions or hallucinations. Another way he would predict when things would happen was to write down the events on paper. Then he would throw them up in the air and he would pick the papers up, and that would be the order that the events would happen. Nostradamus has had many theories about what is going to happen to humanity and all the living things on Earth. There are people saying that he predicted the 2020 coronavirus, the death of Henry II, Twin Towers falling on 9/11, World War II, the Great Fire of London, the rise of Hitler, and the French Revolution. Nostradamus wrote his predictions in quatrains, which are 4-line poems. This is the quatrain that he wrote for 9/11. Earth-shaking fire from the center of the earth will cause tremors around the new city. Two great rocks will war for a long time, then Arethusa will redden a new river. Here are some facts about Nostradamus. Nostradamus was born on December 14th, 1503. He lived to be 62 years old and died on July 2nd, 1566. He was a child to William de Nostradam, who was his dad, and Renier de Saint Remy, who was Nostradamus' mom. He had 8 siblings, and his family consists of over 10 people. The name Nostradam, meaning Our Lady, was adopted by his grandfather in the 15th century. When Nostradamus was 15 years old, he attended the University of Avignon. He went to medical school, but was never able to graduate because he was expelled. Later on, Nostradamus married Henrietta Uncus in the year of 1534. Not much is known about their marriage, but it is known that they had 2 children. After his first wife died, he married a rich widow named Anne Ponsard de Mel in the year of 1547. It is known that they had 6 children. When the plague hit, Nostradamus worked as a healer in Europe. Nostradamus was able to properly treat the plague just by maintaining cleanliness. Nostradamus first began writing in 1550. It was at this point that he changed his name from Nostradam to Nostradamus. He wrote 1,000 quatrains of undated prophecies. The very first almanac Nostradamus wrote became hugely successful. Nostradamus decided to create his own words by using different languages to develop his own style of stylax. Also, some say that Nostradamus plagiarized most of his sources. There is also a rumor saying that Nostradamus would open a history book and simply close his eyes and flip to a page and believe what was on there. For most of his life, he lived in fear that he would be persecuted by the infamous Inquisition for heresy due to the work in his prophecy game. Aware of what he was doing, Nostradamus made sure to never say that he was a prophet. Nostradamus also wrote a medical cookbook. Also, Adolf Hitler believed in some of Nostradamus' quatrains in World War II. Christopher Columbus also wrote an unpublished collection of prophecies because he was inspired by Nostradamus' work. Nostradamus was buried at the Collégiale Saint-Laurent de Salon de Provence in France. Here are 3 reasons why people believe in Nostradamus. People believe in Nostradamus because they say that his quatrains will come true. The first reason is that some say that Nostradamus had predicted Hitler in a poem, but instead of writing Hitler, he wrote Hister. It is believed to be a spelling mistake. The second reason is that others say that he predicted the Great Fire of London. The third reason is that they say that he predicted the French Revolution. Some people don't believe in Nostradamus. Here are 3 reasons why. The first reason is that they say that he didn't predict the coronavirus because there is no evidence about that theory. The second reason is that there is a poem saying that a feeble man shall rule the Western world after a time of the plague. People around the world say that this isn't true. Some say that he never wrote these verses. The third reason why people don't believe in Nostradamus are their thoughts on a zombie apocalypse in 2021. There are people that say that we're all going to die, and there are others that say there aren't such things as zombies. In my opinion, I think that Nostradamus' predictions will come true. His poems make sense, so there's a chance that he can actually predict the future. Maybe not the zombie apocalypse part, but events like 9/11, the French Revolution, and the prediction of Hitler, Nostradamus wrote poems about. So there's like an 80% chance that his predictions will come true. So to wrap this up, Nostradamus predicted a bunch of events in history. There was the 2020 coronavirus, the French Revolution, 9/11, the Great Fire of London, and a lot more. What theories do you believe? Which ones do you not?